I know what you're thinking. Is it real? Am I delusional? Is he really bringing back What You Missed news? Yes. A lot of people have stated that they like the 30-second videos. The short news clips are nice, but they'd like to hear longer news stories, hear my takes on things. So, I'll go ahead and bring this back, as well as the 30-second news stories for certain videos and certain news. So, that's what we're going to be doing. Today, we're going to be going over what you missed. So before we jump into today's video, I did want to promote Poke Stuff, because a lot of people said, hey, you should probably promote Poke Stuff. So for those people who weren't here for news stories and gaming news, just stuck around for me and Pokemon, you can head over to Poke Stuff. That's a dedicated Pokemon channel. It doesn't have any news or anything else on it, just Pokemon stuff, where I do Pokemon theories. So I hope to see you there. For everyone else, let's jump right into the news. The first story I want to talk about is Nintendo of Japan officially ending 3DS repairs after running out of parts early. So, it was scheduled that they would finish up around the 31st of this month, but apparently they're running out early and they stopped accepting new repairs on the 8th for the 3DS and 3DS XL. That means and marks the end of all repairs. Now this is crazy because Nintendo has had quite a history of supporting repair for their video game console units for a very, very long time. Back in the day, I remember all the way up to the GameCube era that the Super Nintendo was still being repaired, and I believe some Game Boys were still accepted for repair over at Nintendo. Insane to think, right? Almost 20-year-old consoles still being accepted for repair all the way up to the GameCube days. But nowadays, you have the 3DS being the most previous system for Nintendo. Not that anyone counts the Wii U as the previous console, but the Switch is a bit of a hybrid, so in terms of handheld, yeah, it's the previous system, and now you can't get it repaired. On one hand, some people are going to be upset and say that they should have the right to have their system repaired and not be forced to buy a new expensive system. On the other hand, a lot of people never use this repair service, and there are third parties out there who will do the repairs as well. I have personally utilized the Nintendo repair service when I was with Jen early on in our relationship. Autumn was very young and she accidentally spilled water all over my 3DS while she was playing it. And yeah, I had to send it in. It was about $100, and at the time a new 3DS would have cost $250, so it was a pretty good deal to get it repaired instead of just outright purchasing a new one. So, how do you feel about this? Would you rather repair your 3DS or just buy a new one? You let me know in the comments down below. We're going to move on. Ladies and gentlemen, Joy-Con James has tweeted out, God bless modders, and I think you know exactly why I'm showing this. Hoo-hoo! Yeah, Smash Bros. Modders has put Pyra Nude into Super Smash Brothers, so there you have it. If you ever wanted to see that, I mean, you could always just Google it. This obviously brought forth the question of, will Smash players go for Pyra because she's clearly older than 13? Moving on to the next bit of news we have. Pokemon Go eggs aren't loot boxes, they're fun presents. Hang on. Is this guy serious? So apparently there's this event going on where you get these eggs, and they could be like shiny Pokemon, they're extra rare Pokemon. A lot of the times there's a 30% chance of them being the top tier Pokemon in that category, so they max out their stats and things like that, natures, and have the best moves, whatever, right? So these are the creme de la creme. And so the idea is that they give you these eggs, and it makes you want to buy these incubators to hatch these eggs quicker, but you really don't have to buy incubators to hatch your eggs quicker. You can if you want to, and it's basically the equivalent of going into a casino and getting free spins, or a free slot machine spin, or a couple free rounds of blackjack. And it's like, yeah, you get it free and you can play for free, and there's times where you can get things for free. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not still gambling. And that's exactly what this is, because if you spend money on it and you go and run through the eggs and you're looking for these natures and you're looking for a shiny Pokemon and you're just not getting it, you're still playing the odds. And Niantic hasn't really accommodated players who have been asking for the percentages. They've only brought out a very silly, strange tier system to where you can see like the tiers of the eggs, which eggs will hatch what Pokemon, and that's cool, but it doesn't tell you the percentage. So like, you know, the Pokemon you could be going after is below 1%, right? Okay, cool, so it's below 1%, but you don't know if that's 0.001 or 0.00001%, right? And that's silly. Like, I'm getting into those numbers. My God, imagine spending money on hatching eggs in Pokemon Go. There's people out there, comment section, let me tell you, it's crazy, man. Do you think it's okay for Niantic to introduce a loot box style into Pokemon Go, or do you think this is just introducing gambling to children? Hey, you know what they say, comment section, the first one's always free, and then that's how they hook you. Moving right along, Xbox has finished its acquisition of Bethesda, and the list of Bethesda games that are going to be on Xbox is going to be all the big Bethesda games. You can just imagine, from Dishonored to Wolfenstein, there's a big list. I'll pop them up on the screen. You can read through them. You can just see which ones you would like to play. Most of these are just going to be for PC, and you can access them on the cloud if you really wanted to. A lot of them are for consoles as well, which is really, really nice. But here's the thing, a lot of these games are going to be exclusive to Xbox and Xbox's Game Pass. While Sony is beefing up its numbers, and a lot of Sony ponies out there want to say, hey, the PlayStation 5 is the better console, Xbox is beefing up Game Pass and providing you all kinds of AAA experiences for a very, very low monthly price. This is exactly how games as a service would be successful and should be pitched. It shouldn't be a continuous payment for one or two crappy games that contain all kinds of loot boxes from a company called EA. It should be a multitude of games provided for you at the click of a button for absolutely free, as long as you pay for your online service. It almost makes paying for online seem valuable. At the end of the day, whether or not you purchase the games yourself or you pay for them with a service and you play them through the service, one thing remains: a lot of these games are going to turn exclusive. So if you had them on your PlayStation, congratulations, you likely won't see ports in the future. So if you got a PS5, if they work on the PS5, good on you. If they don't, that sucks. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of exclusivity, Outriders is coming to Xbox Game Pass at launch as well. This is not an April Fool's joke, but here's the thing, it won't come to PC, unfortunately, because I believe that the developers have not created a PC version for it, so it's really just geared towards the Xbox console lineup. And finally, moving on, a GTA Online update is coming to fix the slow load times thanks to a modder's proof of concept. So apparently Rockstar saw this modder and what he did and decided to implement the same exact thing, which is really, really nice. If you still play GTA Online, you know that it takes a hot minute to load into GTA. Even just loading into the story, even if you have an SSD, it still takes quite a bit of time. So hopefully this fix that they're going to be putting in will reduce the load time by quite a lot. I can't give you any numbers or proof of concepts, but they are saying that it's supposed to be 70% reduced. You know, until we actually see it in play, what can be said? Yeah, okay, you know, it's going to be really, really fast, cool, but let's see it actually happen, right? So anyways, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was the news that you have missed. Tell me, what news article spoke to you the most? And I swear to God, if it's the friggin' Pyra one, I have everyone in my comment section, hey, can you give us a link to that Pyra mod for scientific purposes? Oh, why did I cover that story? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try and put out this video every week, once a week, every Friday. I hope that's good enough for you. And if it's not, well, you can go ahead and go check out some other channel, because I really don't care. I genuinely am putting these news stories out 100% monetization free for people who want to watch. And just to keep up with the gaming scene, you can support me on Patreon. $1 a month will get you these news stories much, much sooner. Trust me, I'll have them done either Wednesday or Thursday at times, so you will be ahead of the curve on that. And if you want to check out my socials, you can in the description below. But at the end of the day, all I ever ask for is one like and one subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. So thanks for tuning in, good gaming, and God bless.